is less of disappointings or the meh dramas, but definitely the worst ones, or by the end, like what I qualify as worse is I had to skim or like dislike more than half of it. Like, I definitely had so many problems with other dramas this year because of their ending or whatever, but some of them are salvageable because they made sense or a lot of like good acting and stuff, but these ones are like more the plot wasn't giving and it was just a waste of time. So let's start. At number 10, I would say this one is more tame, but like by the end of it, I was literally skimming through everything. So this is Melody of Golden Age. I love the actors. Don't get it twisted, like Ding Yushi is great, but besides the styling and like a couple of first episodes, literally after episode like 11, majority of this I was over it. All the cases were pretty boring. Nothing stood out to me. And for a drama that's like more heavy on the mystery side, I was just there thinking, okay, the romance is really cute, but it's not the main focus. So shouldn't they do something interesting with it? There was nothing really going for these cases. I don't even remember one of them, and that's saying a lot. So yeah, quite a forgettable drama. Like, you guys look back at it, and out of all the dramas, this one is just so forgettable. Besides a couple of meetings here and there between the leads, the first few episodes is like vivid in my mind, the way they met and then like their wedding scene later, but really not a lot. Same with the side characters. I feel like at first I was interested in second male lead. He was very like psychopathic, and he was interested in female lead's best friend, but that went really off the rails and it really didn't make any sense. He was just obsessed with her, and I don't know. Overall, I didn't care for anyone except for like the cute romance, but 40 episodes, guys, just watch the edits. They're way better. Saves you lots of time. And on to the next. My next pick is Go East. I love Tanjin in Lost You Forever too. I thought he was phenomenal, but this one was just not it. In terms of the comedy, the vibes, like, I gave it a couple episodes, but I didn't feel like there was chemistry or anything really stood out about it. Of course, male lead will always nail a drama that he's in. Like, he'll always be good at the comedy or whatever, but in this case, the writing was just laughable. It was so immature. And I found all of the comedic moments, none of them stuck, like not even one. I also found the writing for the female lead to be childish as well, and she was kind of annoying. It was the typical sassy or like strong female lead, but like done wrong. You know, those ones where they're just like huffing and puffing and getting into trouble, ignoring everybody's advice. And that's kind of how it went with this one. She wasn't given grown, independent, smart woman, even though like they're supposed to be solving these cases together. I was very unconvinced. I only watched 10 episodes, so the comedy is subjective, so maybe someone else will like it, but I didn't. So this is a mystery historical romance drama, and it follows a group that embarks on a journey. On this journey, there's lots of missions, and it's supposed to be a very light, fun show, but it kind of missed the mark for me. Next drama is Best Choice Ever. This one I have a whole like rant video on, and it has 37 episodes, just way too much for modern romances that is snail paced, and we've seen a billion of these. So despite me liking the main leads, which is like the only reason why I stuck through with it, it wasn't worth it. So this is a drama starring Yangzi and Shukai. It's a romance, and the main leads are working in the same hotel. Male lead is like the owner, and their connection is through his grandmother. So he went overseas for a bunch of years. He just came back to be the CEO, and he gets in a little like scuffle with her. He almost like fires her, but then she's the best worker there, and eventually they understand each other more. They become friends first, which I did enjoy, but the mother in this drama was just next level annoying. And female lead, I stuck with it because female lead just has to deal with a lot on her plate, and her family doesn't get it. The only thing is she's like 30 something years old, and I was like, girl, grow a backbone. And that's why I was there. I was ready for her to get her man, get her dream career, and tell her mom off. And it's one of those dramas where in the end the mom got away with so many things that went under like her skin. And I guess the whole point is you're supposed to respect your elders, or no matter what, like family comes first and you can work things through. But the way they did it was so unsatisfying. I was so annoyed with the mother. She was forcing her to do so many things, and she was making so many big scenes, a lot of like drama from no reason, just really messing with the female lead while she was down on her luck already. It was really sad to see, honestly, that in the end she kind of got away with everything, and everybody's like, yeah, it's fine, that's just her, haha. Like, I'm like, no, it's quite serious, and it messed up the girl mentally for so long, so that pissed me off. Anyways, I'm going off on this while I should be just spending like a minute on each of these. So yeah, that just tells you how heated it gets. But yeah, this is only my 7th pick, so from here on out I'm gonna feel things. Okay, 7th place is Sword and Fairy, another Shukai drama. What is with his team these days? I feel bad for him. Why is he picking like these weird dramas? This one stars him and Esther Yushushin. I enjoyed parts of it. It's like the friendship aspect, the side couples, but overall there was not much to this, no originality. And yeah, there's a billion of new like Sword and Fairy remakes these days because it's like a classic Chinese drama. And I remember when I was a kid, my mom was watching this and my parents were watching this, so I loved that one. I even went back and rewatched it recently, and it still hit. It's so good. But this remake, it did not do that justice at all. There's like Sword and Fairy 4 that came out like right after, so it's super confusing. But I heard people enjoy the other one more than this one. I don't really have much to say besides like cute friendship stuff. I remember like the plot, I was like, this is so obvious where certain plot points were going, and it felt really rushed and weird too, because we spent all this time on the road and then all of a sudden, bam wham, so much tragedy happening. So yeah, I did not enjoy that. Next is Love in the Desert. I recently also made like a review on this one. Oh my gosh, this one started with so much potential, guys. It stars Alan Fung and Hani Kaza. So this is a very fast-paced drama. Enjoyed the first like 10-12 episodes, and then it really got weird after they got out of the desert. So it's supposed to be enemies to lovers, or like misunderstandings to lovers, but then the leads like really fall for each other in the desert. Female lead gets like kidnapped. 2 different couples. Second couple is a waste of time, space, and annoyed me to no end. I was like, what is the purpose of giving them like 50% of the screen time when, like, sure, in the end they had certain plot lines where they needed help from people. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense. Honestly, just make something up. They did not need to have that much screen time while nothing progressed. They were basically a toxic friends with benefits situation, the second couple, and that was it the whole time. Then first couple was just her pushing him away forever and him being a simp for her, which is fine if they wrote it well, but they didn't. He was just there crying in the corner, and I was like, what the hell? There's just like a lot of makeout scenes, and that's it. Like, they would hate each other, but like they can't contain their feelings, and they would just kiss. And I was like, oh my gosh. When things happened, I was like, that's it. That's what we had to deal with after pushing each other away. It was really annoying. Okay, next is A Tale of Love and Loyalty. This is a short drama, so I should give it more slack, I guess, because it's only 20 episodes with 15 minutes. But this was really the dumbest like short drama I've watched. It stars Richard Lee, which everybody knows and loves, and Ming Jia. So this is about a like crown prince. He rebels and basically seduces the female lead, forces her to like do things like make her fall in love with him. And I don't get the hype around this one. Like, he has so many other dramas. I think Dawn is Breaking is better. Deliberations of Love is by far the best. This one is not it. It's not because it's like a tragedy. It's just like, what was the point of that? Where is the plot? It's literally toxic romance. Super repetitive. You've already seen it all. Like, literally all of his roles are the same thing. And he's good at it, so I'm not even mad. But this one was not it. We got Snowy Night Timeless Love, and this one stars Joseph, Zhang Shenxi, and Li Qin. I was really excited to see a drama set in this like climate, this winter climate. Love the furs. It's just so peak wuxia vibes, and it did not deliver at all. Literally first episode I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so bored already. And usually there should be one or two things intriguing, but I was over it by episode 1. I stuck to it for a couple more episodes and then I had to drop it. It was not it. Like I said, too many dramas attempted like wuxia or slow burn romance. They just do it better. So this one had nothing going for it, besides it looking really good. And I did report on news that they suffered like really bad injuries on the set because of the slippery like climate. They were trapped in a snowstorm and he was hanging off a cliff. Like, it was very dangerous. And he put so much work in, and it just sucks when the script is like this. Next is the reason why I literally had to stop making first impression videos, because I made like a little short on this, and it's like Run Don't Walk. This is the best and like most unique drama that came out, and it's so intense. It has like female lead who actually looks like a guy when she dresses like one, and it's giving Mulan vibes. Too bad. The writing of the whole male lead is so nonsensical. He is a crown prince and he's literally the goofiest person. And at first it was really nice because I was like, oh, I like this friendship forming, and how is she gonna fall for him when they're kind of opposite? She's like serious, badass, and he's just a lazy bum, honestly. And male lead didn't even do her right in the end, guys. She should have went with the second male lead. He is one of the best parts. Jung Tin-ai nailed it though. So I heard she did so much prep physically for this role, and it was great. She was really good at this character. She embodied like this tomboy behavior, and those intense moments, I was like, yes. Her enemies to lover situation with Wang Ruicheng was the most entertaining part. Is the way he was so smart, she's smart, and they're both kind of like generals in their own right, was so intense. How the war made them enemies, but deep down, like, they have respect for each other. And that was one of the coolest little things. So I really loved them, but yeah, they did not end up together. He did have a crush on her, and I was so annoyed. Why the hell was she so hang up with the useless male lead? Literally, the entire review section on my drama list sums it up perfectly. Like, the titles of these reviews, it says, fighting for stupidity, fighting for clown and country. Literally, that's how it is. Like, you see her suffer so hard. So many people die. Casualties, injuries, heartbreak. And male lead is just there doing what? I don't know. Then the final two. So these ones are the ones that made me the most mad. I think you know what number 1 will be, but number 2, I didn't really like rant about it too much, but I guess I'm saving it for this video. So it's Love's Rebellion. I don't have as much to say because I literally don't remember anything anymore, just that it's the most basic show and the most sloppy editing I've ever seen in 2024. Even like web dramas has better cinematography, and like even if it's choppy and it's only 12 minutes, they do better. I literally watched a drama that was 5 minutes an episode, guys, and it was better than this. So Yeah, editing was not it. You'll see it as you go on into it, but it's not worth it. Nothing is worth this drama. The main leads is played by Jiang Linghe and Jing Tian. Unless you've never watched a costume like fantasy drama before, then I guess you can watch it. But if you've even watched one about good and evil, it has every trope. Everything is predictable and it's very boring. Okay, number 1 is Spirit Matchmaker season 1, of course. Oh my goodness. I was so excited for this just because of the posters. They really did a good job though with those posters to catfish me, because I went in here with those posters and those beautiful like CGI costumes, and obviously that cast, there's like 20 people at least that I know from this drama. And if you've watched C-dramas for at least just like the past 2 years, you'll probably recognize a lot of these cast members as the secondary side couples. But that's the problem, right? How the heck are you supposed to fit that many storylines, make it fleshed out, make it interesting, have you care for everybody in 36 episodes? There's just no way. And that's the case. That is the case. There's just no way. I thought the sisters would have been a good place to stop. There's 3 of them and they live together. Their romances should have been the main like aspects of this. The villain is dumb as well. She keeps on being like reincarnated, revived in some type of way. It was so hard to kill her off, and she was literally your classic. There's not really much of a backstory. She just hates them because she has some like jealousy, and that's it. Like they never really go deep into it. And all of these side characters, like at first I was into the Bambi Ju one. Everything else was literally the same formula, rinse and repeat though. I mean, I'm okay with episodic romances, episodic couples and stuff, but it was very weird because you didn't have the main leads in it at all. They would just cut to a random couple in a random space and time in this continent. They're trying to build this world like Marvel's Avengers or something, but it's not working, guys. It's just terrible editing as well. The shittiest script, not even gonna lie. And the romance is so bad because female lead is so cold to the point that it looks like she doesn't care about him at all. And then when there's romance, you're like, where did this come from? It would be like cold. All of a sudden, she's like trying to, risk her life, sacrifice herself, and like sacrifice her whole kingdom, all her morals because she's in love with him. And I'm like, where did this come from? He was chasing her the whole time. She was cold. And that's it. And then the other couples, there were some that were okay. But overall, yeah, I did finish it, but I hated it. I hated it, and I was hoping it would be better. And it just literally got worse, even though there's so many like beautiful character designs. They had such good styling that was quite unique. I enjoyed like Chengdu Ling's hairstyling and all of that. The different colors were pretty, but that's it. It was not that deep. And it sucks that all of these big actors wasted their time and energy in this project. I'm terrified for the next season because I absolutely love Liu Shishi, but it might ruin it for me if it's going to be this type of quality. I know that they already pre-filmed that, so I don't know. I just hope they see some of our reviews and not just be like, oh, haters, and look at the reviews, the ratings, the comments, and fix it up. Cut stuff out that doesn't need to be there and give the main leads an actual interesting premise. Unfortunately, I will be checking out the next one. So if you guys want to see the review for that, make sure you subscribe. I always do give all of the dramas at least 6 episodes unless it's like unbearable. But this one, I literally have no expectations for. So I will make like my top most anticipated drama that's coming out in 2025. Unfortunately, I don't think this one is on it. And the 3rd season has Cheng Yi, like the best freaking, one of the best actors for these types of dramas. And I don't know, such a waste of resources. Anyways, it's around 20 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But do let me know your top 3 or top 5 like worst dramas. It doesn't have to be like you absolutely hate them like me, or just they could just be disappointing dramas or ones that you didn't finish. Let us know so we know which ones to avoid, and stay tuned for my top 10 best. And I'll see you guys in the next one.